Hi, sixth graders. This video will help you with your next assignment, which is writing an open letter. Let's get to it. Introduction. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. used an open letter to answer his critics and to publicly express his informed opinions about the civil rights movement. Dr. King acknowledged the need to act now for change rather than waiting for a gradual end to racism. Dr. King also challenged others to join him and the other civil rights workers in the fight to secure freedom for African Americans. Now you will be writing an open letter about a subject of your choosing. Remember, an open letter is usually addressed to someone or to a group of people, but meant to be read by a wider audience. Oftentimes, an open letter is published in a newspaper or maybe a newsletter pertaining to a certain group, or maybe a school newsletter or newspaper, or on a website. So here goes. Your actual assignment will be to write an open letter about a current issue in your school or community. Include who the letter is being addressed to and what you hope to accomplish with your letter. So, in other words, at the beginning, start it out like a regular letter. If you're writing it to your principal and school board, you might say, "Dear Principal and School Board." Okay. Or if you're writing it to your city council, you might write, "Dear City Council and Community," or whatever. Okay. So, include your position on the topic, 2 claims that help sell your topic, and at least 4 pieces of supporting evidence that can include key facts, relevant examples, and specific details. Finally, incorporate the use of persuasive language in your letter. Your reflection or your letter should be 3 to 4 paragraphs in length, and at the end you should write "sincerely" and your name. Okay, so it is like a letter in that you write "dear" and whoever you're addressing, and "sincerely" and your name at the end. Okay. However, it's not like a friendly letter, and we'll get into that more a little bit later. So first you have to choose your topic. Choose a topic that is meaningful to you. Excuse me. To begin, use the organizer at right to make a list of some things that you would like to see changed in your school. Write a different idea in each circle. So, in other words, if you want something changed in your school, or hypothetically in your school, or in a school that you used to attend, just on a blank sheet of paper, draw this web graphic organizer with the school in the middle circle and some ideas around the outside, things that you might want to change. Okay, so possible topics could include allowing students to use cell phones in class, giving students in middle school recess time, making school lunches more nutritious, requiring or not requiring school uniforms, or incorporating more music, art, and theater into the school curriculum. Now, some of these may not apply to you since you are now in an online school, but if you'd like to still write about having more nutritious school lunches, you would write it to maybe your previous school or to a hypothetical school. Okay, so your topic doesn't just have to be about school. Maybe you would rather write about an issue in your community. So take a few moments to brainstorm some issues that you think need to be changed in your community or in your town. Some possible issues could include creating an after-school program for middle school students, building a community recreation center, developing a youth sports league, or developing a community theater program, starting a local food pantry or food bank, or planting a community garden. And you would still use a graphic organizer like the one there, except you would put community and brainstorm some possible issues. Okay? After you brainstorm your possible issues, you look through the issues you have identified and choose one. that you'd like to write about. Do you write about all of them? No way. Only one topic. Okay, you remember to choose an issue that you can easily take a position on. Choose an issue that you already have some background knowledge of. Okay, otherwise you're going to have to do a bunch of research, and that's not really the point of this. The point of this is to choose a topic that you know something about and something that's relevant to you. Okay, and choose an issue you can successfully address in 3 or 4 paragraphs. So something that is big enough that you can put in 3 or 4 paragraphs, but not too big that it would take 20 pages to write or something like that. So after you choose your topic, you are going to identify your audience. So before you begin developing your topic, you need to identify your audience and clearly establish a position on the topic. So think about who you are going to write to. So if it is someone in a school, that's a little more obvious. You might write to the principal, vice principal, school board, teachers, something like that. Or you might want to address your open letter to the students of the school, depending on your issue. If you're writing about a community issue, you need to think of your town, your community, your county, or your state, or whatever, and think of who you would be writing this letter to. It might be your city council, it might be your county commissioners, it could be the state senators, the governor, something like that. So think about who your audience is going to be. Understanding whom you are writing to and what you want them to know will help you as you work to build a reasoned argument. To begin, whom will you be addressing in this letter? Remember, this is an open letter, so it could be to several groups, okay? And although it might be addressed to one person, the school principal, or a group of people, the city council, the purpose of an open letter is for a larger audience to read it. Like I said, it would be potentially be published like in the school newspaper or in the state newspaper or county newspaper or whatever. It's not going to be, but think as if it were going to be. So in identifying your audience, you will need to answer the following 3 questions. Whom is my letter primarily addressed to? Principal, school board, mayor, city council, etc. Where will my letter be published? School newsletter, school website, local paper. Who is my bigger audience? My classmates, school faculty, my community. So use the organizer at Write to help you identify your audience. So on your paper, again, after you've done your web and identified your topic, just jot these things down. Whom I will address my letter to, where I will publish my letter, and who will be my larger audience. Like a larger audience than the school principal would be maybe the entire school. Okay? So these aren't for you to turn in. This is to help you to be clear in your writing and know what you're going to do. So the next thing you do is state your position. Okay, finally, you need to clearly state your position on your topic. Think of this as a thesis statement for an argumentative essay. An argumentative essay, remember, is to persuade someone to your way of thinking. Okay? For instance, if you are writing a letter to the city council addressing the need for a community garden, your position might be, planting a community garden is important because it provides healthy food to share and teaches people how to grow food. So you use the organizer at the left. Okay, this is for you, again, to organize your paper and know what you're going to say. Write down your position at this point, what you think. Okay, now you do need to use a different example from what is there. If you had the idea of writing an open letter about planting a community garden, that's fine, but you need to state your position in a different way than they did there. And let's move on. So, steps to create your open letter. Number 1, state a claim. Okay, this is after you've done all of your choosing your topic, deciding who your audience is going to be, stating your position. Now you're going to state a claim. An open letter is not the same as a friendly letter. Although it is addressed to an individual or a group of people, it is meant for publication. So keep in mind that a lot of eyes are going to see this. Therefore, your letter needs to be written in a formal writing style. In a sense, you are constructing an argumentative essay using a letter format. So be sure to use formal language, no texting language, no slang in it. It must be formal. So therefore, it is important to carefully craft your letter using well-reasoned arguments and supporting evidence, which we'll get to right now. Using the organizer at left, develop 2 key claims to sell your position on your issue. For example, someone trying to persuade the city council to plant a community garden might make the claim that community gardens help those who live in poverty get nutritious food they would not otherwise have. Okay, so that is one supported claim that you would write in the box. Okay. These claims will be supported using key facts, relevant examples, or details, which we will get to right now. Step 2 to creating your open letter is using evidence to support a claim. Now that you have identified your audience, developed your position, and created 2 claims to help sell your position, it is time to build your evidence. Remember, your goal is to persuade your audience to support your claim. In order to do that, you need to have evidence that is both meaningful and informed. Okay, meaningful means that it will mean something in your audience's life, and it needs to be informed, not just your opinion. It needs to be backed up by facts. So look at the difference in the 2 pieces of evidence used at right to support the claim that a community garden would help get nutritious food to those who often go without. So at the right, there's 2 examples. The first one, most people enjoy eating fresh vegetables, but they can be really expensive. Okay, that is one way that someone might support a claim. Here's another way someone might support a claim. A recent study by the health department shows that 86% of people living in poverty in our community do not get the vitamins and minerals they need on a daily basis. So notice that the second statement, or the second piece of evidence, uses key facts to help support the claim. This piece of evidence helps make the claim an informed opinion. Okay, so the first one might be your opinion. Most people enjoy eating fresh vegetables, but they can be really expensive. The second one is informed because it shows that you've found a fact, an actual fact. You've gone out and done a little bit of research. And so this would help people to be persuaded to support your claim. So building an argument. You remember, you have stated your position, okay? And it says use the organizer at right to develop 2 pieces of supporting evidence that will be used to support each claim you've made. So one of your claims, remember, let's go back to your claim. Oh, yeah, there we go. Your claim is that you wanted to create a community garden to help people in poverty. So we're going now, your supported claim, so you put your claim in the big box, then 2 pieces of evidence to support your claim. Now remember, make sure to do a little bit of research here and not just put down something you think of off the top of your head. Okay, then one more claim and two pieces of evidence to support that claim. Okay? So this is your graphic organizer right here to building your argument and to writing your open letter. So you jot things down in these boxes, and then from there you can write your open letter. So number 3, the third step to create your open letter is using persuasive language. The final step in developing your open letter is to use persuasive language to make your case. Persuasive language refers to both emotional and figurative language. Emotional language is any language used to convey a positive or negative feeling. Look at the following sentence. Well, these got mixed up. The following sentence is over on the right. A community garden is a beautiful and lush reminder of the gifts of nature. So notice how the words beautiful, lush, and gifts work to create a positive feeling about a community garden. Okay, so that is your claim there. A community garden is a beautiful and lush reminder of the gifts of nature. Then you find two pieces of evidence to support that claim. But this claim here, a community garden is a beautiful and lush reminder of the gifts of nature, paints a picture in your head. Remember that persuasive, emotional, and figurative language paints a picture. So in my mind, it painted this picture of a beautiful garden with pretty flowers, gifts of nature. So as you draft your letter, be mindful of the language you are using. Make sure you are painting a clear picture in your reader's mind. Another example of a picture in your reader's mind would be lots of fruits and vegetables that people have harvested. Okay, so no matter what topic you pick, think of some persuasive, figurative, and emotional language that you can use in your claim. Then you come in and with your pieces of evidence to support your claim. Now, how many supported claims must you have? You must have 2 supported claims. Okay, so first you have to state your position, then you have to have 1 supported claim, 2 pieces of evidence to back up that claim. Another supported claim, 2 pieces of evidence to back that up. Then you wrap it up in your conclusion, and your closing was sincerely, etc. So putting it all together. So you remember the assignment? Write an open letter about a current issue in your school or community. Include whom the letter is being addressed to and what you hope to accomplish with your letter. Include your position on the topic, 2 claims to help sell your topic, and at least 4 pieces of supporting evidence. That can include key facts, relevant examples, and specific details. Finally, incorporate the use of persuasive language in your letter. Your reflection or letter should be 3 to 4 paragraphs in length. So here's your checklist. After you've written your letter, you can come back to this in the video or write this down. You have to check to see if my open letter is addressed to a specific individual or group. Check to see if my letter states a position about an issue in my school or community. Check to see if my letter includes 2 key claims about my position. Check to see if my letter includes 2 pieces of supporting evidence for each claim. So that's 4 altogether. And check to see if my paper uses persuasive language that makes the reader view my subject positively or negatively and paints a vivid image in someone's mind. Okay? That's what you need to do, and at the end you put sincerely, write your name, then you edit and rewrite. Remember, edit, the CUPS method of editing. Capital letters are capital letters in the right place. Remember, not just at the beginnings of sentences. Names, proper names of places, things. The word I, always capitalized. Okay? Understanding, does it sound right? That ear can remind you to read it aloud to yourself. Does this sound right? Your ear will catch mistakes that your eye glosses over. Punctuation, is all your punctuation correct? And spelling, is your spelling correct? After you've done that, you can submit. Do you have any questions right now? Okay, if you do, message me or call me right away and I will be willing to help you with this. And if not, if you're watching this video, you must call me for credit after watching. There's both my phone numbers. Try both if I don't answer at one, and if you need to leave a message on both, so I am sure to get it. And good luck on this assignment, and I will talk to you later. Bye.